subscribe. And let's make Miss April ours. Talk about it, be about it. Tune in when April showers. Hit that like.
Hello, everyone. Wow, this is
Share,
so
subscribe.
crazy. I am on the computer.
And let's make Miss April ours. Talk about it, be about it. Tune
I think
in
it
when
might
April
be time for me
showers.
to
Hit
get
that like, that share, subscribe. Let's make Miss April ours. Talk about it, be about it. Tune in when April showers. Hit that like, that share, subscribe. And let's make Miss April ours.
Oh, wow, I'm about to have a fit. I'm about to have a fit. I'm about to have a fit. I'm on the computer and it's lagging, dragging. Now I gotta come in through my phone because I love my intro that TSM, the rapper, has done for me. Hey, just me.
Hey, Chocolate, hold on. Hold on.
They messing with my. Oh, okay. They're together. We break the chain here. Okay. How is everyone doing? Bear with me. Give me 2 minutes. Well, 1 minute. See, I'ma need somebody.
What's so funny, TSM?
Yeah. Tune in with April showers on YouTube. Hey. Talk about it, be about it. Tune in with April showers. Hit that like, that share, subscribe. Then let's make Miss April ours. Talk about it, be about it. Tune in with April showers. Hit that like, that share, subscribe. Then let's make Miss April ours. Talk about it, be about it. Tune in with April showers. Hit that like, that share, subscribe. Then let's make Miss April ours. Talk about it, be about it. Tune in with April showers. Hit that like, that share, subscribe. And let's make Miss April ours. You know that she in the better thing. She in the better thing. She do a little bit of everything. You know that she in the better thing. She in the better thing. She do a little bit of everything.
TSM, the rapper. Now I got to leave and come out of my phone. Boy, I need to be more computer suave. Hello, everybody. Hey, Chocolate Drop. Just B. Charlene feeling. Okay, so I got some of my pink stuff that people, things that was gift to me during my battle with cancer. And how are you doing? You gotta unmute your mic. Together we break the chain.
Hey, I'm doing good.
Hey,
Oh, that's nice. I like
and
that.
so this is like a cup. I got all kind of stuff.
That's
And
nice.
this was a mask a lady made. This was a hat and some things. And I keep everything anybody sends me in this fight. Hey, rocking with the truth.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Just V, my girl.
Everybody say hey to Together We Break the Chain. She says she's slipping out, but she'll be back.
Okay. Hi, Rocking with the Truth.
Yeah. And so, as everybody know, I am a two-time cancer survivor. And I did my show Monday. And I'm going to tell you, every time I have a show scheduled, it don't work out. I just have to come on when I come on. I don't know. It's weird. But it was some things that I did not mention is that once you find out that you have cancer, there is a process that you're going to have to go through. And before you start getting your treatments, it might take 4 or 5 months because you got to wait for this test result, this test result, go to this doctor, go to that doctor, and then you got to have a meeting with your oncologist. So it's not anything that I found out I had breast cancer one day and I started treatments the next day. And I talked about the first time that I had breast cancer. Ooh, let me turn off my TV. Y'all probably can hear Judge Judy in the background. Hold on, y'all. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so together we break the chain. Had some questions that she wanted to ask me. And so I'm ready
Okay.
to
So,
answer the questions.
so my first question is, when you went to the doctor, I'm gonna start with that first, and they told you that you were diagnosed with cancer. What was your first exact thought when you were told the news?
My first reaction was, oh my God, I'm getting ready to go be with my parents.
So you thought you were gonna
I
pass
thought
away?
I was going to die.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
I thought I was going to die. Um, like I said, we are 3 generations on my maternal side with this breast cancer.
Okay.
And so I thought that I was going to die. Like I was getting ready to go meet my mother
Wow.
because I found out. But the first thing I thought of was death and how was I going to prepare to tell my son that I could possibly be dying. Then I was scared. I cried. I made all kind of deals with God. You know, Lord, please don't let me go. I need to be here for my son. Lord, if you let me stay here, I won't do this. I won't do that. I went through like them 5 stages of grief when I
Okay.
found out that I was diagnosed with the breast cancer.
Wow.
And
That's
then, when my
so
husband was still
another
living
I'm
at
sorry, I
home,
don't mean to cut you off, but I have another question. What caused you in the first place to go in to discover that you had cancer? Were you ill? Were you functioning normally? What happened?
no, I get mammograms. I have been able to get mammograms every year. So mine came up, my mammogram, it showed on the mammogram. And so it showed up on the mammogram. My primary care doctor called me in and said they found something. But I had been having cysts that they had been removing, like by my lymph node area, and some tumors that had been in my breast before, but they were non cancerous. And when she called me in, she said from the look of the mammogram that it didn't look right. So, what I had to do from there is you have to go take a biopsy. In order for them to get the biopsy, you lay on this table, and where your breast, your breast comes out. And so the surgeon, they come in, they numb the area, and then they proceed to take an instrument and insert it in your breast about where that tumor is at. And they either remove the whole tumor or sometimes they get part of it. But for me, they removed the whole little tumor, and I had little plums. So, it was like, how can this tumor be inside of me this big? And I just got little plums. So they removed the tumor and then they sent it out to the pathologist. And I got the pathologist report, and I was in at a stage 2.
Oh wow. So you were already at stage 2 when they found it?
I was at stage 2 the first time.
Do
Yes, ma'am.
you do you know the differences between the different stages?
Well, I know stage 4 is pretty bad.
Right.
Um, hmm, no, that's a good question. But let me look at the Google. I know being a stage 2, I only had to do radiation. That was it.
Right.
Hmm. Yeah. And so I was thankful for that. And then also, okay, back to the question that you asked me. So they determine the stages by the size of the tumor. So a T1 is when the tumor is 2 centimeters, 3/4 of an inch.
Okay.
Stage 3, the tumor is more than 5 centimeters. And stage 4 is where the tumor of any size growing into the chest wall or skin. So with me being a stage 2, my tumor was about 2 centimeters. It
Okay.
hadn't spread it.
Oh, wow. Okay, my next question for you is not to be nosy. At what age were you when you were diagnosed with your first bout of cancer?
I was 52.
And your second bout?
Last year I was 59.
Okay, wow. So you said they did one of those the breast screening, which is very very important for us women to do. Not only that, for us to get those pap smears too. That's how you found out that you had a
Yes, ma'am.
growth.
It
Um,
was in the mammogram. Yeah, mine was in the mammogram.
okay, so you were saying that your mom also had it. Who else in your
No,
family
no,
had it?
no. My mother didn't have it.
Okay, who else had it in your
My
family?
aunt, my aunts, 5 of my first cousins, and I have 2 of my second cousins.
Okay,
And so, we're no strangers when it comes to breast cancer.
okay,
But also, Miss Together, I took a brat test,
what is a brat test?
and a brat test is when they sent off to see if you carry the gene.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a gene test, and it's a blood test that's done to determine if you have changes, mutation in your DNA that increases the risk of breast cancer.
Okay,
And the test is very expensive. A lot of insurance companies do not like to cover the test. So, lucky for me, I was able to take this brat gene test. Hey Atmos, hey Miss Wanda, and so I was able to get this test done, and lucky for me, my cousin, she also went to Rush as well. So her information was already in their computer system. So they had to get my cousin from St. Louis and then my cousin that lived in Chicago. She was going, she had been to the UIC, which is the University of Chicago.
Okay.
So they got all of their records, and I don't know like the actual process, but they got all of our records, and I guess put them in a computer or try to come up with a way. But I know I had to get all of everybody's breast cancer records for them to do the test, and they put the information in the computers, and my information came back that I did not carry the gene.
Okay. Wow. So
So I didn't carry the gene, Miss Together. So
okay.
I thought I was home free.
Oh wow.
And then I took a pill, and this called tamoxifen. TAMOFIXEN. And I took that pill for 5 years.
Oh.
And it still came back. Any more questions?
Yeah, I definitely wanted to ask you because a lot of people don't know, but did you have a support network with you? And if you did not have a support team, did you have close family that helped you, or how did you get a support team?
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to show the picture.
Okay.
Yeah. That's my. Okay, now I gotta come out of here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get these young folks. They gonna have to help me with this stuff. Shoot now. All right. So at the top to the right, that's my aunt Martha. And she passed last year. As you move down to the left, that's my oldest cousin, Pam. That's me in the middle with the green hat. And then this is my cousin, Dorothy. And this is my cousin, Deborah. And this is my ride or die cousin, Kim. Is no longer with me.
Okay. Wow.
Any more questions?
Yeah. Who? Tell me about your support system that you had, and kind of tell people what they should prepare for if they are diagnosed, what type of support they should have in place?
Um, I was grateful for the support system that I had because I had just lost my mom and found out I had breast cancer. And since this is a real interview, I can tell my own story. You know, I got a little angry. You know, God had taken my mother, and I was going to have to fight this by myself. I didn't have my mama. And so I was going through a whole lot of emotions. But I did have a great support system. I'm just blessed, to have people that love me and have friends that I've had since high school.
Mm-hmm.
And then just the different people I know. And then I was going to a great church, prayer tower minister, pastor, Warren Doris, First Lady, Rita Doris. Pastor Doris, before he was a pastor, had been a councilman here in Joliet for District 5. So I had worked on a lot of his campaigns and different things we used to do in the community.
Mm-hmm.
That church was there for me as well. But I was still grieving the loss of my mom. Like I was telling you, I went through all kind of emotions. But I did have a great support system.
That's
And I'm
good.
going to tell you, I had to thank God for that because it was at a time in my life, I didn't have mama. And anybody that still has their mother, you better give your mother her flowers. I I had a good relationship with my mom. They hacked my old Facebook account, but if anybody, my friends, all of my pictures are on there. We had a close relationship. And so I was angry that I didn't have my mom. But like I say, everybody, they was there. Uh, my sister was a nervous wreck. My son was a nervous wreck. It's natural. We had just lost our mom.
Right.
And then I got diagnosed with cancer. Like I said, um, at first I thought, I was getting ready to die too. But in between the periods of trying to be strong, but grieving the loss of my mother, I was still encouraging myself, that I was going to fight. Then some days it would be like, I don't even care. But I had to talk to myself more and more. Let me tell you, these past 8 years, I done talked to God more in my life than I ever talked to him. God knows me, or whatever higher power you believe in.
Right. Mm. Well, we truly love you and thank the Lord for you, especially me. So you have been absolutely an amazing person to me on these YouTube streets. And when you spoke about your cancer, I was like, I just want to know, what it's like, what people should, look forward to. How did you feel when you first found out? Who was there to, like, if they had to cook your meals, take you back and forth to appointments? And as far
Okay,
as your treatment, huh?
uh, at the time I had a car.
Oh, okay.
I was driving myself
Oh, wow.
to my appointments, or my cousin, and then they would meet me there. See, I'm in Joliet.
Okay.
I was not going to fool around with these doctors here in Joliet. I wanted to go to Chicago with state of the art people. And
Right.
that's where I went. And that's where I'm going to continue to go. My health is very serious. Now, together, when last year, when I found out that this cancer had come back, girl, I was so mad when they said it came back.
Mm.
And I'm like, how could it be back? I don't even carry the gene. What was the purpose of me getting that test done? I don't carry the gene. I
Right.
took that pill for 5 years. And I'm like, I didn't think I was going to be able to make it because, the radiation had damaged my body so, and losing my teeth.
Wow.
I don't know. People don't realize, it was things like that. Losing my teeth. And now my bone mass low. I shake. I could barely walk. Now you want to tell me after I done finally able to deal with some of the issues from the first time, how the radiation damaged my body, and now you telling me this stuff that came back? Boy, I was mad at the world, everybody.
Wow.
But God, yeah, I was very angry. I took a pill for 5 years. Matter of fact, I took it longer than 5 years. I took it for 6 years. Tamoxifen. They said, oh, take this pill. It won't come back.
Right.
So I'm like, what the heck? Why did I do all of this stuff? But I'm sitting here and you telling me that this stuff that came back. And so right away, I'm just like, take my breast. Take them. I don't want them. You know, I don't
Right.
have nothing but little plums anyway. Just take them. Like, just take them. Cause I can't go through this. I
Right.
can't. I can't keep going through this. I was imagining uh, not being able to walk again, and I just it was a lot. And yeah, I was very angry that second time.
Right.
Last year, and so I was at a stage 3.
Oh my.
But when I had my breast removed and I took medicine for a month, and they said I was cancer free.
Praise God.
I have another cousin, my first cousin Dorothy, right there. That's a little bit of her picture. Um, well, it's to the right with me looking on my computer. So yeah, it would be to the right. Her with the red dresses got a little bit of her name. Her daughter went through breast cancer.
Mm.
My aunt Martha, Deborah is her daughter. Oh, and Kim and Dorothy are sisters. So my mother did not have breast cancer, and I still ended up, you know, with breast cancer. And I was diagnosed at 52 the first time.
Wow. Rocking with the truth said you are a walking testimony, and you sure are.
Yeah, and so after my cancer, I started a support group, and we would go to each other's house. Uh, we met every week. God is good. God brought me through a lot.
Yes.
Cause I'm gonna tell y'all something. That first time I went through cancer, I had just lost my mom. Man, it was some days now, you know. But God, I thank God. I'm gonna tell anybody, whatever higher power you believe in, I'm gonna tell you, you better keep on believing in them.
Real talk.
And so, because, like I said, the doctors told me I didn't carry the gene, and I took that pill for 6 years, tamoxifen, and this cancer, the breast cancer, still came back. So I know I serve an awesome God. But
Mm.
the second time, after getting over the initial shock that it had come back, and I, was like, no, just take these breaths. I was better. I was more able to fight better this time, other than the first time when I had it. So I'm just like, take them, you know. Hurry up and get these things off me.
Right.
Um, to the men that that came in, Atmos and Mr. Keller. Um, Atmos, I call him Pastor Atmos. You got to check him out on Sunday. He does a great This Blessed House ministry. But to those two men and any people that's in the bushes, any men that's listening, Men can also get breast cancer as well.
Wow.
And so I need you men to know that you can get breast cancer also. Um, like the foundations, Susan Coleman Foundation, they gave me $300. They have a lot of breast cancer groups that will hire, I mean, help you.
Right.
But you know, it is when you fill out the applications to get the money. When they say up to $2,000, and I got a check for $300. But
Oh
like
wow.
I said, uh, every little bit of money helped because the first time of battling breast cancer, as I was saying the other day, I had a body breakdown and I could not walk. I could
Mm.
not walk. And so the radiation damaged my body so bad I couldn't work. And so I had to apply for disability.
Mm-hmm.
So every little dime
So
that I
can I
got,
ask you, what are some of the things that you're still experiencing after the fact? Like you got the treatment and everything. Like now today, what are some of the effects that you're experiencing? I know pain is one of them.
yeah. Okay, thanks, Wanda, for coming in. I thank you. Um, well, first of all, I'm on so much medication now. I get brain freezes. My taste buds are somewhat different. Um, Sometimes things smell different. Um, you get tired easily. I mean, you can go months of being feeling okay and then wake up and you hurting like right where they removed my breast from.
Mm-hmm.
When it rains, every place, like how she was taking that knife, it's like I can feel every time they sliced me.
Oh my God.
So they called that uh, what, phantom pain, when body parts are removed. But, it's like they should still be there. So they call it phantom pain.
Mm.
But yeah, and then even my vision, my prescription has gotten worse. Well, I'm getting older anyway. Hell, I just turned 60 years old. But, they done told me I got early stages of glaucoma now.
Okay.
Like I say, you know, when that machine used to go over me, mixed together
Uh-huh.
with that radiation, and my legs and body would be jumping, I used to be like, are y'all sure y'all didn't put more radiation in this machine that you shouldn't? See, the first 3 days of my radiation treatment, I
Mm.
had this burnt taste in my mouth.
Mm. 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 Mm.
Yeah. Rocking with the truth. Yes, it's from the scar tissue. Also, I had been having a whole lot of issues once I had my breast removed. I was getting all of this swelling
Mm.
where my breast used to be, under my arms. I had 3 inches of swelling. I could barely lift my arms. The
Mm.
swelling had went to my feet. I finally went to the doctor. Uh, they kept putting the wrong code in the computer. Who in the hell
Mm.
sends in for a test for a mammogram and I don't even have no breasts?
Miss April.
Girl, do you know I went to the hospital 2 times and they didn't have that stuff right. But that last time, I said, you gotta call the doctor's office and y'all gonna find the right code because I am not getting ready to come out here again and sit and they haven't put in the right code.
Right.
So they did this chest thing. Now this is recent. Uh, they did an ultrasound of like my chest cavities, where my breast used to be, and I went to my oncologist, and they said I had lymphedema.
What is that?
That is swelling,
Okay.
and we have all kind of lymph nodes in all areas of our body.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, I about had a fit in the doctor's office. When she came in there and was like, oh, it's lymphedema. She left your lymph node in on the left side.
Oh.
And I'm like, huh? No, I thought they was removing everything. So this is another problem I have to deal with.
Oh
It's
wow.
all of this swelling. If any young girls are listening to this, now I've always had plums my entire life. I didn't have them big old breasts. And I wanted to. I wanted to be able to stick my chest out. But I need you young girls to be happy with your body, be happy with having small breasts, you have too large breasts, they do breast reductions. But I need you young girls, you know, don't go get all of these implants and different things put in your breast
Right.
because you are putting yourself at risk of having breast cancer.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Anything else?
No, that just made a lot of sense because they're really promoting like
Yeah, yeah, they
BBLs
are.
and the breast implants, and
Mm-hmm.
they're not telling you that a person, for instance, Tony Braxton, when she got pregnant, she had to remove hers because it was causing a whole lot of complications. And you're putting foreign substances in your body that is not 100% guaranteed that it's going to stay intact. And if that stuff seep and leak out into your body, like Miss April said, it can cause cancer and other issues that you weren't even looking for. And of course, the doctors are not going to really tell you the side effects or what could happen because they're trying to get them coins.
Yeah, they want them coins. You
Hmm.
know, because I feel like, you know, do they have uh, stats on girls, women that have had, what is it, breast implants, you get the boob jobs? Do they have any stats out there on how many women get breast cancer? But
No.
I want to tell all of my female listeners, be happy whether you got plums to big old breasts. Um, and if you got plums, if they don't like them plums, so be it. Don't put that stuff in your body.
Hmm.
We don't know what's going to come down the road when
Yep.
you laying on your deathbed
Yep.
because you done had breast implants and you thinking because you having pains and stuff that, oh, that's the implants, moving around, or I don't always had this type of pain. And then when you finally decide to go to the doctor, you in the stage 4 breast cancer.
Yep.
So be careful. Be
That's
careful.
especially with the BBLs now. They're finding out that women are literally passing away from BBLs, and they're saying that that's the most dangerous operation of everything that's out there today. So, like you said, be happy with what you got. If somebody don't like it, guess what? The next man or woman will. And it shouldn't be based on what you look like. It should be based on what you bring to the table as a person.
Well, they asked me, did I want to get my breast redid? Because, they could have did it right there once they removed my breast. I told them no. I didn't want that stuff. I don't know what's in that stuff.
Right.
Hmm. No, no, no.
Well, California is the land of BBLs and breast implants and this, that, and the third. And I have a play sister that had, breast implants, but whoever did hers, they did a really good job because she has not had any issues at all whatsoever.
Well, that's great. But no, I could have chose any size breast that I wanted to have, honey. You know, honey, you can pick them now. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, nah. I'm okay.
Right.
Yeah, I'm okay. Now, when they removed those bandages and I looked at them scars, that did something to me.
Yeah.
Uh, and I was really, it took me a while to get used to the fact that I didn't have breasts there, even though they was little plums. And like I said, I got all of these, marks where my breast used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Where I guess seemed like they sliced them or literally chopped them off.
Wow. Wow. But you're better mentally about it today,
Oh
right?
yeah, I'm better mentally. But
Okay.
yeah, that did something to me too.
Wow.
And I'm 60 years old. I'm trying to be how Stella got her groove back.
Oh
I
shucks.
might be 60, you know. But hey, you know,
Well,
but
whoever you get better be able to handle you.
I said, hey, they're gonna have to like me and look at these marks or whatever, uh, because I'm not getting no boob job.
I know that's
But
right.
hopefully, if the good Lord send me that beautiful man who's not gonna be perfect, but he might be perfect for me,
Right.
that he can accept the fact that I don't have breast and it won't bother him. So,
Okay. I don't have no more questions. I just wanted to know, because I wanted to be prepared in case I ever went in and they said, "Hey, at least I know I could call you and get, more personal person to person answers." You know, so everybody, I just want you guys to please take your health very serious. Um, keep on doing your checkups. Don't be afraid, because a lot of women are afraid to go check out their hoo-ha and get their breast examinations. Um, it's very important for us, especially with a lot of stuff that they're putting in the foods today. That is a big contributing factor to people catching, cancer and different things that they didn't have before. So we also got to be careful what we consuming as well. I thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Miss Charlene. I thank you so much, Miss April, for being
mhm.
so open, so honest, and just like being willing to educate us and to let us know, it's
Oh
not
yeah,
that.
I used to go around. Um, it was 5 of us women. After women had their breasts removed, we would call them and we would go give them a little care package and let them know that, if they needed to call us, we was here and I understand. I'm here. I understand with losing your hair. Because, like I said, I lost my teeth. And that was, whew,
Hey, Atmos. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. I
yeah.
like Atmos. He is so funny.
hmm Oh, Simply Sarah. Yeah, everybody's been in here. Now, um, it'll be one day next week And I need all my people that follow me. I'm going to be going to Miss Georgia Girl channel and I'm going to share my story.
Okay.
But I need women to know that due to all of the technology and research that's being done is great. You know, it doesn't mean a death sentence.
Right.
You can still survive if you lose your hair, become bald, or the radiation damages your teeth. Like now, those things are not important to me. It's just waking up another day, thanking God for allowing me to open my eyes and just to thank Him. And even if you meditate, you can meditate because I'm telling you now, you gotta fight for your health. You gotta fight with insurance companies on what they're gonna pay. Uh, but here I still am,
Amen.
and I just thank my higher power for allowing me to still be on this earth and another day to get it right. Uh, breast cancer took a toll on me. Not having breast, going through that was really bothering me. So I had to do a lot of praying to my higher power. Like, no, I can't be sitting up here every day uh, worrying about if my breast cancer is going to come back. That is my biggest fear. And let me tell y'all something. Sometimes I can be in so much pain and I just have to talk myself out of everything.
Mm.
Build a bond with your higher power, whatever family members. Hey, B, okay, you're on. Now, yeah, B was taking a break, but I'm so thankful that she has joined us. And I know now that God didn't leave me on this earth to be arguing with people, cussing them out and stuff. He left me on this earth to maybe share my testimony with another lady who thinks that she's not going to make it.
Miss April, that's another thing that you and I were discussing. Why is it that some people that survive cancer and they have the testimony, why do they refuse to, talk to people? And I think that's important that they share their story.
Well, I think for some people, going through having breast cancer, whether you took radiation, chemo, I need you to repeat that question again.
I was saying that some people.
Oh yeah, and
Okay.
so some women has had breast cancer, and it did so much to them that they don't want to talk about it, and they have that right because yes, it is B. They have that right because some people, some women say, "Look, I made it."
Hubby.
Some don't even want to talk about it or look back at it. They
Right.
want to move forward. So I think that's why some women don't talk about it once it's over with. They
Okay.
want to put it behind them. I don't want to discuss it, talk about it. I lost this. You don't know what they was going through doing the breast cancer. And so, you know, you can't make everybody talk. And
That's
I
true.
just respect somebody's opinions and viewpoints. And so if they don't want to share their story, they don't have to share their story because we're thankful that we are alive. But every day I actually have to get up, talk to God, meditate because it's done so much to me mentally and physically. And so if somebody decides that they don't want to talk about it, they have that right to tuck it away, keep it moving. No, I'm not going to advocate for this.
Right.
No, I just want to act like it never happened and move on. Um, who wants to be reminded that they don't have breasts? Who wants to be reminded that they can't work anymore?
Right.
So I think that's why some women, they just tuck it away and pray that it does not come back. And they are not obligated to tell me their story or anybody else because I didn't go through what they went through.
Right.
Because I'm going to tell you, I know a lot of people that they won't even talk about it. So, and that's fine. They have, they have that right.
Yeah.
And they are not obligated, and I'm saying they, and I should be saying me, because I'm not going nowhere to no dog. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. I done lost my train of thought. Yeah, I'm getting a little overwhelmed. But nobody owes anybody anything. It's their right, their decision. I didn't go through what they went through. Because some people had a terrible experience with breast cancer. Some people had their breast redone. They called it reconstructive surgery,
Mm-hmm.
and the doctors did lots of jobs on them. So it's a lot. It's a lot. It is a lot. And like I said, like now I'm getting brain freezes. I'm on so much medication, but it takes a lot out of you. Oh, I know what I was thinking about. Like, just because I'm a survivor of breast cancer don't mean I'm getting ready to get out here and be walking 1 mile or 3 miles. And I want to know who came up with this walking stuff. Um, why can't people just get together and find another way to raise money?
Right.
But that's just my thoughts because I'm not getting ready to walk 1K or 3K. Um, but I back all of them that's doing the walks and everything. But I ain't walking.
I'm not
I
laughing. Just you keep it so real. I love your honesty.
I ain't ready to be walking. No, y'all go right on the head. You know. Uh. Yeah. But it's nice when they all get together and I'm thankful for all of those that's gonna be walking this month. I'm thankful to you ladies that's walking to bring awareness to breast cancer. If I had to do a show every day, that'll be my contribution.
Right.
Yes.
Well,
Anything else?
I'm out of questions. I just really thank you so much for answering my questions. I thank you so very much for allowing me to be on your panel.
Yeah. Um, and like I say, I'm gonna tell you, every time I get some new pain or not feeling right, I had to really pray and talk to God because I would be in a panic. Oh my
Right.
God. Hey, Steve. I'm like, oh my God. The first thing that comes to my mind is my cancer has come back. And so I guess I'm human, I'm nervous
Right.
because I don't know if it's going to come back. So that's why I'm glad I got YouTube. I got my music shows. I watch free movies because I'm going to tell you, you got to have a strong mind when you're dealing with something like this. And so I don't think now every time I get a pain or something that my cancer has come back.
Okay. Wow.
So, but you know, I'm human. You know, I mean, to be honest, I just pray now that it don't come back.
Right.
So I just put out in the universe, it's not gonna come back, girl. Just keep on moving, keep
Amen.
on going.
Amen.
Hmm.
Amen. I stand with you in prayer and in agreement with you.
Yeah, thank you, Rockin'. Hey, B Sparrow, Steve Gilmore. Uh, hey, Love and Live Show. Go and check them out. That's her and her nephew, and they do some great shows. Thank you, Rockin', for walking on my behalf.
Right.
But I'm like, dang, why can't they give some fashion shows or do something, you know? And I get invited to speak um at various events. And I just got invited to speak to an event they're having Saturday. And here she hollering, well, we're gonna walk for 1 mile before the program starts. I said, well, I don't walk. Like, where they come with this walking method, but that's just food for thought. That's it.
Everybody don't walk.
Right. Well, you know, I walk when I want to walk,
Right.
but you know, I love them. I appreciate them. I thank you, Rockin', for walking on my behalf. I thank you, Miss Together We Break the Chain. I'm glad I got my other co-host, Miss B Sparrow Talk, who has been transitioning over to TikTok, and she done gained a following on TikTok. She has a lot of subscribers. So I can't wait until she comes back from her vacation from YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody takes vacations from YouTube so we can do our weekly cap, because I need to talk about some folks. Hey, Miss Together,
Yes.
what do you think about Kanye with all of this White Lives Matter stuff?
How did I know you was gonna ask me? Can I take the fifth? I I think it's like mocking what Black Lives Matter did. That's just my opinion, because you see what Black Lives Matter did. They got everybody to give money, and they turned around and they just did whatever they wanted to do with the money. Then once confronted, she wanted Patrice, whatever Colliers, wanted to act like her life was in such danger when it wasn't. So, people still want to know, where's the money? You gave some money to your baby daddy, you gave some money to your brother, and you bought you and your wife a bunch of houses, and you got money offshore, and you only gave a certain amount to the real cause, the people that lost loved ones, and then you turned around and you gave 25 point something another, or maybe more, $1 million to the AB. I said the AB, Lord have mercy, the LB The
No,
LBG.
just call them the alphabet people. That's
Girl,
what I
don't do
call
that.
them.
You every time you say that, you make me laugh. She turned around and gave all these millions and millions of dollars to the alphabet people, but they shouldn't have gotten a dime because that money was off the backs of Breonna Taylor, Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, and all those others, that were hurt and no longer here with us. But you're going to reward a movement that you're a part of. That was a total disrespect. So I think that Kanye West and Candace Owens did that as a mockery, to them. I don't know. That's what I see.
Well, Kanye ain't working with a full deck. And so, you know, it's so unfortunate that we have these type of people representing us, and they can't speak for me. Yeah.
You see,
But
everybody wants to keep saying that Kanye West is crazy. Kanye West is not crazy. He knows exactly what he's doing, and it's almost like he's playing games with everybody. That boy is not crazy. I mean, you just have to like really look at it. He's not crazy. It's just the Kardashians wanted him to look as crazy as possible to discredit him. Um, a lot of stuff that happens, we find out about stuff that happens here in Hollywood, but then they shut it down really quick because they don't want it to spread and go any further. But those Kardashians is something else, and I'm telling you, they target a lot of African American men, and then they use them up until they can't use them anymore. And once they get out of them what it is that they want out of these men, they dispose of them like you would garbage. And it's a known fact. But then I blame the black guys, because if you know that these women and this family is this way, why do you keep running to them? So when you holler, oh, they did me dirty, I feel like this fool. You knew the signs before you ran over there. I don't
right.
think he's crazy. I really don't. But I want Steve Gilmore to teach me how to tap dance. I know that much.
Girl, don't Steve Gilmore be jamming when he be tap dancing?
He be
He be
getting it
jamming. Mm-hmm.
in. And I love me some B Sparrow. She know I love her with
Yeah.
her crazy self. She know I love her.
Mm-hmm. Um, it was something else. Oh, have you been following, you know, that rapper?
You know
Was
what?
it?
TSM?
PNB? Huh?
What rapper? TSM?
You know, the one that got killed there.
I didn't know nothing about half. They said something about his name is Half Ounce. I knew nothing. See, the thing is, it's a lot of rappers in LA I know nothing about. And then when
No, he was from Philly, but
he
he
was from
came to
where?
LA. This is the one that got robbed and killed.
Oh,
For,
PBN,
yeah,
PNB.
for having all of the jewelry on.
Oh, PNB. Yeah,
Yeah.
that area. Let me tell you something. They don't mess with the people on Sundays because nothing but church folks. We would go over there after church to eat. They wouldn't mess with us. They would be respectful. But any other day, that is the baddest area that you could possibly be caught in, especially if they don't know you. Oh man, they're gonna come at you in all kinds of ways. That area is so bad, but they're trying to make it seem like it's a good area. And I really feel like they need to go ahead and do some major sweeping up of that area, because when I drive through, you could just be sitting in the car and all of a sudden you see somebody over there fighting for what? Like, what you so angry about? That's a horrible area. That's why I moved out of Los Angeles County, because it's too much crap.
Well, when he was first murdered, they was trying to blame the girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And here this was a father, a mother, well, they say the stepmom, and then this kid. And it was just a random act
They're
that
not
they
telling you the
saw
truth.
him.
They're not telling you the truth. Before he went out to eat, the hotel that PNB, I'm sorry if I'm messing up his name, forgive me, but the footage that we saw here in California, this boy had a suitcase full of $1 million worth of cash. And then he went out to eat. You don't flash that kind of stuff out here. Even Ice Cube and everybody don't wear your jewelry out here in LA because they looking for a lick. They looking for a quick come up. And you can have on some diamond earrings. They'll jam you up by your car and take your earrings. Whatever you got, they gonna take it. So you can't do that. But when he flashed that video that he had $1 million worth of cash on him, that's how he set himself up.
Okay. What do you think about every time there's an issue, we got Boosie saying something about it?
Boosie just want to be seen. He just want to be seen. But some of the stuff he's saying is valid, though. You know, when he was talking about what's his name, Gabriel Union husband, and that baby, and I'm gonna call that baby what's his name, Zion or something like that, whatever his name
Right.
is. Yeah, he was 100% factual when he commented on that. But I think that what it is he's just voicing his opinion. He's opinionated, you know. That's all I see, an opinionated person that always got something to say.
I say Boosie is a damn media whore. He want to be relevant so bad. He gonna make sure, he talk about everything.
Yeah, he probably need to go in the studio and make some music so he can get out of people's business.
Yeah.
It's
And
crazy.
you mentioned that Wade family. I think I'm not gonna even mention their names anymore. Hey, MTGBTV, how you doing? Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about them that much anymore
Right.
because that's what they want. Just beat and come back. Let me tell y'all, MTGBTV, honey, she over there. She the real deal. She is like a true crimes reporter.
Ooh, I like true crime.
And honey, she finding family members. She finding everybody to interview.
I'm about to slide over there in a little while.
Yeah, you gonna have to slide on.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna slide over there and park my brakes on her channel.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be over there, MTG VTV. I'll be over there.
She's talking about a lot of these wait a minute. What did Just V say? I switched over from a traditional loofah to a rubber one, and I'm never going back. Oh, okay.
What's a loofah, baby girl? Because you gotta educate me.
Just V, let me put the link. Where you been?
In the bushes. That's my girl right there.
But MTGBTV, I watched her show the other night. And see, she's talking about real stuff that's going on. People that have been murdered And they haven't solved the cases. And the police not trying to solve the cases. And that's due to their race.
Yep.
She the other night I watched the show, and this guy had been missing for 10 years. They went to the impound. His car was still there. I mean, no evidence. You know, they're not really trying to find out what happened to the guy. So go over there. She talks about missing children. She's talking about people that are missing in Atlanta.
Wow.
She's finding the family. She's talking to family members. And so go over there because, like I say, there's a lot of black people, African American, Negro colors, whatever you want to call us today. It's a lot of them that have just disappeared. And the police have not done a good job of finding out what happened to our people when they come up missing.
Right.
And so go over there because just as much as it's a big world, it's a small world. And you never know. Some of these people that they looking for that are missing, you might see somebody you might know or somebody that you know of. Again,
Right.
it's a big world, but it's a small world. And so MTGB TV, they have so many missing black girls in Chicago, they don't even talk about that. So go over there and check her out. Also, on Tuesdays, B. Sparrow's daughter Candace, she does a true crime show. We have Steve Gilmore. He tap dances on Saturday every morning. He does his show and he's talking about how to be careful out here. There's
Mm-hmm.
some evil spirits out here. He also talks about, things that um let me see. Like he talks about how things was back in the 70s and how we got to come together and stop allowing us to be divided.
Right.
Because if you notice, every time you turn around, it just, something comes up and we're all divided. And so we got to start looking at how they are still trying to divide the black community and keep us fighting with each other, being disrespectful to each other, and not respecting someone's opinion.
Right.
hmm So I'm going to mute the mic and you go ahead and talk about what you do.
Oh, I'm okay. I got somebody want to say hi to you. Say hi.
Hi.
Hey, boy, what's going on?
Nothing.
Say hi, chat.
Hi, chat.
Say how y'all doing
gotta
today.
be
How
so
y'all
cute.
doing today?
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
You
wanted
know,
him to
these
holler
little
at you.
kids, they are so beautiful. But honey, these kids nowadays, ooh, they too active for me. Lord have mercy. Girl, these kids like they came out walking and talking and running around.
Right, right.
Yeah. Ooh, they active.
Mm.
Mhm.
Everybody say hi, little man. He's something else. Now I don't really have I'm just taking a little break myself right now because I got him and a lot of little things going on, getting work done around the house and stuff. So, right now, I'm just concentrating on like trying to keep things together in my head. That's all. So I
Yeah,
haven't been doing.
everybody takes YouTube breaks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
taking a
might
break
take
from
one,
it. Yeah.
but I ain't got nothing else to do. So until I get ready to go on
Right, right.
vacation next month. But
So Miss April, when you get that package, hopefully it'll come today or tomorrow.
okay.
I want you to like at least take a picture, share it, and let people see.
Oh, I will. I
Yeah,
will. I'll take a picture.
yeah, you're gonna love it. I was like, it's so pretty. I almost didn't want to give it to you. I was like, but it ain't my name though.
Hey, MTGBTV, you interviewed Kiera Cole's dad. When you call these people, are they happy to do interviews? And
Ask her
I
to come up.
remember when
Ask her
this
to.
postal worker went missing.
Miss April, drop the link so she can come up.
Okay, let me drop the link.
And I subscribe to you too. I just didn't get a chance to say a MTGV. Yeah, I hope I said it right. GV.
That's the link. I don't know if she's still in here or if she left. Yeah, I remember when that postal worker she went missing. Yeah, there's a lot of black females missing out of Chicago.
Oh, sure. A lot of them are probably into sex trafficking, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So she might have,
Yeah, she might have left.
yeah,
But yeah, I know MTGV TV, she is keeping up on all of these missing people and she's keeping their stories alive. See, that's what I say. We got to help our people.
right.
So I like that on her about that when I go to her show.
Yeah,
You know.
that's cool. But I have nothing else to say, Miss
So,
April.
yeah, because I done got tired. I done got brain freeze. My
Okay.
uncle came down and honey fried me some fried green tomatoes and he made me some chicken and dumplings Girl, I about got the Holy Ghost. When you do it. I'm like, oh no, you done bought me some good old homemade chicken and dumplings. And I was like, oh, here she is. Hey, yeah, hey, how you doing?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Oh,
We good. Take the thing down, Miss April.
Yeah,
huh?
well, I didn't even think to come up, so thanks for telling her to drop the link. I did see the link down there, but you were asking me. First of all, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate that, Matt. Shout out you just gave me. That make me feel so good. I'm sitting here blushing, chocolate girl red right now. So I appreciate that for sure. What were you asking me about Joseph Coles?
Yeah, when you first called him, uh, was it easy to talk to him? Um,
Well, I was just telling one of my YouTube buddies that I don't reach out to family members really. So Joseph Coles and I are Facebook friends. So he would like message me good morning sometime or whatever, and then because he was doing that, I just asked him, like, I follow your daughter's case, and would you like to have an interview and talk about the case or whatever? And he was like, yeah. And then the lady that I interviewed the other day, Cherie Thompson, her daughter, almost 11 years missing, and she was just found in March of this year. She went missing in 2012. Her daughter, the person that did it was an unsuspected person. Like her mom never imagined that it was this guy, right? It was a guy that she didn't know from Adam. And the only suspect was her husband because they had that night she had gotten into a fight with her husband. He had put a gun on her, and he had came through her house, tore everything up. So everybody thought it was him. Nope, some other guy, some guy from El Salvador, a freaking immigrant, illegal immigrant in California, is who did it. And he actually told some people at church. He told some people at a bar when it was on TV. He was like, "That looked like the girl I took out, right?" And so then, it's just wild that case because she's just finding out what happened. He buried her in the backyard of his house that he stayed in. They dug her up, and this man he he buried her with a knife that he used, and he also used a machete. And when the police came in and got him, the machete was on his dresser. He was having it displayed like a trophy. And so they'll be going to trial soon. But the way that I met her was through another case that I was covering, missing Orrin and Orson West, Sincere Classic, 3 and 4 years old. I met her on somebody else's panel, and then we became Facebook friends, and that's how that happened. So it's like I haven't reached out to complete strangers. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of not comfortable with that. So I just like if people reach out to me, I'll ask them. But so that's kind of pretty much how that happened.
now, what are most of these people? Uh, what are they saying? Uh, that they feel the reason their family members or friends have been missing for so long. Uh,
Well, as far as Kia, I'm sorry. What was you saying?
no, I'm just saying, how do they feel about like they think the police is not doing a good job?
A-
Because they're
Absolutely. They all have the same complaints, and I'm hearing it more and more. And those are the cases that grab me, too. Like Jelani Day, his mother Carmen Day had to cry and throw a fit and try to get people to help him, you know. So yeah, I'm hearing every family that I get close to, who has a missing loved one, they all say that the cops are not doing their job. Law enforcement is not doing their job. Joseph Cole's daughter, Kiera Coles, from Chicago, she was a postal worker and she was pregnant. The last they seen her at the ATM taking out $400. Don't know why. That was the last day anybody seen her. The guy that was with her, Joseph believes it was the baby daddy, but it was a glare of light through the car. So they really, I'm thinking they couldn't make him out great. So he said, I know that she went to the ATMs with somebody else, and I know that her car got parked back to her house. And so the guy then ran off and went to Louisiana allegedly with his other baby mama named Kiera. They was both pregnant at the same time. She was dating this guy for 6 years. Joseph Coles had never met him. And so it's like they haven't even brought this man in really for questioning for real. He lawyered up and left, and that's where the case is left at. Kiera just had a birthday on the 23rd of this month, and so did Desiree Thompson, the one that was chopped up and buried in the freaking ground for
Oh,
that.
well, we had a lady burned here in Joliet, Illinois.
Is that the woman that got burned up on a tree?
Yeah. They
Man,
burned
come
her
on.
up.
At a Walmart, right?
Yeah.
On fire, and they said she did it to herself. I never did look in that case. I heard about it though.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what
Do
are
you
they saying about that case?
I don't know. I never followed up on it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do you get I know I like the fact that you bring us all of that information. Do you get overwhelmed sometimes?
No. Okay. So before I started on YouTube, I've actually used to follow the Kanika Jenkins. A lot of people know about Kanika Jenkins in Chicago, who went missing from a hotel, and they end up finding her in the freezer. Okay, so in 20, I want to say that was 2017,
Mm-hmm.
or yeah, and so that's when I started following crime. And then in 2018, a little girl named Anaya Garrett went miss. No, I'm sorry, she was abused and murdered by her mother. She was starved to death, and her dad was trying to get custody of her. And so that was a case that I actually started. I wanted to follow it. I was crying like I knew these people. And I said, I started looking for a group, Justice for Anaya. I couldn't find one, so I created it. And so that group has 41,000 subscribers, and it all happened overnight. And so that's what really Kanika Jenkins got me interested, but Anaya Garrett reeled me in, and I never take a break. I've been 2 years on YouTube, July 15th of 2020. I've never taken a break, and I got over 1,600 videos on my channel, and I absolutely love what I do. But
Yeah,
before
and
I started on
thank
YouTube,
God for people like you for
well,
standing
thank you so much for
on
finding
these
value.
people. Yeah, because the last show I watched, that was where uh, the guy was missing, and they went to the impound. I mean, his car was still there. Like they haven't done anything, and I
Yep,
think,
you talking about Jelani Day. Yep. And it's
yeah,
so like those are two cases out of Illinois. Kiera Coles was from Chicago, and Jelani was actually in college to become a doctor. And they did this. I'm seeing a lot of good ones that they taken. And Jelani was yeah, it's a lot going on. We believe that it could be some cops because of the cover up. You see what I'm saying? And he had a run in with police not long before that. Like he was at a protest or something and kind of had some words with them, and he was an all around good guy, and they tried to say that he threw himself in freaking the lake and took himself out. They tried to tell his mother that. But guess what? He was found with no skin on the I got the pathologist who said she's telling me this is her son, but I can't identify him. He said he had no skin. I couldn't tell if he was black or white. I couldn't tell if he was male or female because he said they had no tag on his toe. He said it was a tag on a bag that said his name. He said that's the only reason why he thought. But he said, his jaw was sawed, teeth missing, femur bone missing. They mutilated his body. But this is the coroners that did this allegedly. Because if they found his body like that, they could never say it was suicide. So how did his body get like that? This man said, I've been a pathologist for 50 years. He said, I've covered cases of plane crashes, people being hit by semis. He said, devastating things. He said, I've never seen a body as mutilated and as bad as Jelani Davis.
Wow.
Yeah, pisses
Hey,
me
has
off.
anyone tried to threaten you, or have you gotten any threatening letters or
I
emails?
haven't. I have not been threatened. I don't push I put the information out there. I don't trash people and put it out there in a bad way, and I've never gotten threatened.
Oh,
I've
okay,
I've
that's good.
never gotten threatened.
Okay.
That's
Yes,
a good question though. Yeah, I kind of stay I stay within my limits right now, but it's gonna get better because I'm gonna start networking more. I just moved to a new city, and I'm gonna be networking with some people like advocates in that area.
oh, that's nice. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And I just met a guy, which made me think, because I was just sitting at Popeyes eating some chicken, right? And this man knocked on my window. He was like, "Can I take a picture of that bumper sticker?" And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, go ahead." He's like, "Where did you get it?" So the bumper sticker that I have on my car is the two little boys I was just telling you about that went missing in Cal City, allegedly. And so that was when I first came on YouTube in 2020. He wanted to take a picture of that, and and come to find out, he's an advocate for sex trafficking and all that kind of stuff, and he's been doing it for 14 years and had his annual thing coming up. So I was thinking about going and recording that. Because my channel, since I've been here, I've changed it to, it's a business now. I Make This Go Viral LLC Media Services. So
Mhm.
I really need to start putting myself out here because I'm really the
Oh
media.
yeah, well that's great. Congratulations on
Thank you.
being an LLC. And I
Yeah, I did
thank
it in
you,
April.
and I know my listeners appreciate you.
Well, thank you, and thank you for inviting me up. I ain't gonna hold
Oh
you up
yeah,
because
and
I
I
heard you
gotta
say
get
you was
over there
tired.
so I can come over there. I loved being on your panel that night with
I know, and I loved having you. Y'all had me
that
weak.
crazy woman over there.
I know.
Uh-huh. Girl, and when they found them, they never did. Did they ever find the actual people that robbed him?
Yes, and I'm gonna do a follow up because they have found the suspects. They
I
arrested the
said, oh boy,
suspects.
I can hear her now.
They arrested the suspects, and then oh my God, when I say they've been dragging each other, like that pastor, and you remember the two ladies that went into the church, they
Hmm.
have fallen out and been dragging each other. And then because the woman that went up there doing that speaking in tongue or talking to demons or whatever she was doing, the friend that was recording, she recorded a lot more than just that. And so she was upset that she had put that information out there, and she said it made her look crazy. Girl, you made yourself look crazy.
Right.
But yeah, so I gotta do a follow up. He done been dragging Larry Reed, and like, cause he said Larry Reed and a guy named King Jives is who sent those ladies there. But so yeah, it's a whole follow
Yeah,
up.
you
And
talking about the
huh?
bishop.
Yeah, Bishop Whitehead. Bishop,
Yeah,
they call him Lymore, but he spells his name Lamore, but they is like his name Lamar. But yeah, Bishop Whitehead, Lamar Whitehead in New York.
yeah. When I saw that they had found a suspect, I said, "Oh, that lady was the first person I thought of." I said, "I bet you she up there." I down there in the church. She was the first one, and well, oh well. You need to stop endangering your life and those that you love by walking around with all of that jewelry. I get it that you feel like you should be able to wear anything you want, but you need to use some common sense. Yeah.
Exactly. He couldn't be my pastor. He looked like a pimping pastor to me. Thank you for subscribing, Just V. I just literally looked at the chat. I
Mhm.
appreciate y'all. I really do.
Yeah, y'all head on over there.
Oh, you followed the boys too? I'm gonna be interviewing Roro. If you follow the case, you know Roro and Keisha Day. I've interviewed them. Actually, I got like 130 videos of the boys. Go check it out. I just shared a post from Roro. Trial starts this month. I remember seeing October 14th or something, but it's you can find that on my community wall. But yeah, thank you for having me up.
Yeah, no
I just
problem.
got to my
Yeah,
city.
I'm
I've been
getting ready to
behind.
get on off of here
Yeah.
because
Okay.
I didn't ate chicken and dumplings and fried green tomatoes, and this time I need to take me a nap now. Wait a minute. Just be you said I saw a different angle and there was only about two people in that church. How does he pay for all of his material? Well, you know
Look,
what?
I
Just
literally
be I was wondering the same thing.
yes, just V. I literally, and it's funny because we got the same name, but I literally recorded that whole thing because he released his footage that he had, and it was maybe about 12 to 15 people maybe in a church. I was like, is he? I don't know where he getting all this money from because them people. I mean, I'm sure he probably lost a lot of people too. But yeah, it wasn't a lot of people in that church at all, and he ran her out of there so fast. And then he was babbling with her, like when she was talking in tongues. But yeah, check me out, y'all. I'm gonna get off of here, Miss
Okay.
April. All right, thanks
I
for
know.
having me. Bye.
Okay. Everybody peace out. April showers. I'm out. It's time for me a nap. Everybody have a great night. Just V, where your man at? Where Keller at? Okay. Hey, Rockin', you know what? You said you wanted me to call you. I'm going to call Atlas to get your number. I didn't forget. Everybody, have a great night. Peace and love to all.